Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In The Forbidden Moon, Chapter 2. Rocky Jones, his spaceship, the Orbit Jet, had been stolen by Agar, the ruler of Medina. Rocky is now in Agar's ship on his way to search for the Orbit Jet and little Bobby, who was taken prisoner.
Why don't you take a rest, Rocky? You must be tired.
I wouldn't dare. This old boxcar needs watching. It's a far cry from the Orbit Jet.
Do you think we'll make it, Rocky? What will happen to Bobby if we don't?
Got to make it, or mankind is doomed, and Bobby with it.
I must have slept 3 hours. Oh, boy, did I have a nightmare.
What about Winky?
Agar, headman of the Forbidden Moon, Medina. Seems he conquered the world by means of a deadly cosmic radiation, but became so contaminated that he destroyed the whole universe, including himself.
Winky, your nightmare will be actual history, unless we get to him first.
That Orbit Jet spaceship came in handy. It will get us to the Forbidden Moon in no time.
Maybe. But what about the boy? He'll be nothing but trouble.
What could I do? He came with the ship.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't want to come here.
What is your name, boy?
Bobby.
Untie him. What's the matter? Are you afraid of him?
If you weren't my sister, I'd...
Go on. Ever since Zeno threatened to overthrow you as ruler, you've been scared of your own shadow.
Has he stirred up any more trouble?
Some, but we can handle him. You're at liberty to look around. Under guard. Lander. Stay with the boy. He's not to leave the grounds. Those are my orders.
Who runs this place? Women?
Why, that little runt,
Really, Agar, he's only a boy. Now, Agar, you said that deadly cosmic radiation you found on the Forbidden Moon will give us supremacy over the universe. But how? How will you use it?
Don't you realize, Yara, that this cosmic force is stronger than anything known to science? There's no defense against it. Any planet or its people exposed to it will perish. We will destroy mankind by pushing a button.
But are you sure the plant you found will give full immunity?
It worked for me. I'm safe and alive. The only man ever to return from the Forbidden Moon.
That means we alone will be immune. We and no one else.
What a sense of power, holding the key of life and death.
We're not holding it yet. Not until we've stored up this force and our protection against it. The plant leaf serum. How soon can we leave for the Forbidden Moon?
The Orbit Jet's ready. We're going in it.
Our plans must be kept secret. Are you sure no one knows of your discovery?
Of course not. Do you think I'm a fool?
I know you're a braggart. And I'm taking no chances. You're to issue an all-out alert.
There's Medina, dead ahead.
Agar did a good job of wrecking the communication system. I guess he never dreamed we'd get this thing to fly.
Take positions, secure for landing.
What's he doing with that anti-spaceship gun?
Agar's orders. We're on an all-out alert.
Are you expecting somebody?
You ask too many questions, boy.
Looks like you've got a visitor.
Calling Rotasium headquarters. Captain Orlan speaking.
This is Agar. What's the trouble?
Unidentified spaceship sighted. Request orders.
Tell them to contact ship and give warning.
Instruct approaching craft. Landing prohibited.
Yes, sir. Medina defense post to unknown spaceship. Come in. Medina defense post to approaching spaceship. Come in. Come in. They refuse to answer. Do not land on this planet.
We'll have to land by altimeter, Winky.
Yes, sir. Boy, I can't wait to tell that Agar off. It's a good thing the astrophone's dead.
We'll both tell him off. In person.
Captain Orlan, sir. Unknown craft refuses to acknowledge order.
Tell them to open fire.
All right, Winky. We're about to complete final ellipse. Prepare for landing.
Agar, here we come.
Final warning. We're shooting if you continue to land.
Don't shoot! That's your own ship! What's the matter? Don't you recognize one of your own ships?
You fool! Why didn't you fire?
It's one of ours, sir. It's a Medina ship.
I know that, but you had your orders. You'll be thrown in prison for this. What do we do, Yara? That's my ship.
You said you left it at the space station, out of commission.
I did? How did they ever fix it? What do we do?
We start to undo some of your clumsy mistakes. Give orders to arrest all aboard that ship and have them brought here immediately. Why have you come here to Medina?
We came to save you and your people from death and disaster, spread by your brother.
What stupidity. Do you expect us to believe such a story?
The story happens to be fact.
Perhaps I can explain. As a scientist, do you realize that you're contaminated with cosmic radiation? And that although you have made yourself immune, every living thing you touch will perish?
I've had enough of this. Throw them in prison.
Hold it, Agar. I want to hear more. What do you suggest we do, Professor?
We have been inoculated with anti-radiation serum. It has protected us temporarily, but it will wear off. Now, Agar must be isolated. We must inoculate you and the people of Medina at once to keep you safe.
That'll give us time to go to the Forbidden Moon for the cure and find the plant that made Agar immune.
So that's your game. You know about the cure. This is a trick to get away and to seize the power for themselves. Surely you can't believe all this. You can't doubt your own brother.
I don't. Lander, take these people to prison and place them under heavy guard. All of them. Except the boy. He's our hostage.
You're risking the lives of all your people.
My people will rule the universe.
Yes, Agar. From their graves. We've got to do something about Agar. If we don't move fast, Medina's doomed.
Yeah, but there's not much we can do sitting here in prison.
This one's got meat in it.
Oh, thank you, Milo. You're a real gentleman.
Oh, it's nothing. Little girl's got to eat.
Well, Zena, I see you haven't lost your touch any.
Oh, it's snotting.
Say, that gives me an idea. We've got to get out of here, but we must pick up Bobby. Now, if we had someone on the inside...
Uh-huh.
Oh, Milo. You. Can I see you a minute? Wasn't it sweet of Milo to give me his extra uniform?
Yeah, it's a perfect fit.
There's a good chance you'll get through. It's a dark night.
Be sure and keep that pretty mouth of yours shut, or they'll think Milo's voice is changing.
All right, let's synchronize our watches.
I have 2000.
Right. Now, according to Milo, by 2030, Bobby will be on the Rotasium grounds taking his evening walk. So you have until exactly 2050 to get there, pick up Bobby, and meet us at the orbit jet. We're blasting off at 2100.
We'll be there.
I want to go to prison.
Why?
Because that's where my friends are.
Well, being in prison is no fun.
If they can take it, so can I. Besides, well, they'd do the same for me. Don't you have any friends like that?
No. I've never met anybody I could trust.
You must be awful lonely. I guess you need a friend.
You mean I can trust you?
Why don't you try?
All right, I will. For the next 24 hours, you're on your own. No more guard for you.
Well, gee, thanks.
But remember, don't leave the ground.
I won't. How did you ever get in here?
The same way we're going to get out. Right through that gate. We'd better hurry. We've got 10 minutes till blast off.
You'll never make it. I wouldn't think of losing my only friend. Guard!
Professor, if Vina and Bobby aren't here, in 15 seconds more, we'll have to leave without them. Winky, you stand by here. Keep under cover. See what you can find out.
Don't worry, Rocky. I'll get to him somehow.
All right, let's go.
Keep them covered. I'm rather hurt you boys would leave without saying goodbye. What's the matter? Don't you like our hospitality? Take them away.
You're not allowed in here.
You've got to see my friends. Agar's gonna have them killed. What's the matter? Are you sick?
Thank you, Lander. It's nothing. I want to speak to the boy. Alone.
You are sick, aren't you? It's the radiation.
Are you sure?
Come on, we better get you to Professor Newton. Quick.
Zeno, Yara has fallen victim to this mysterious illness, and there are many cases reported all over Medina.
This is our chance to take over Landor. We'll convince the people of Medina that if they want to survive, they must get rid of Agar. Let's get started at once.
Well, the serum is beginning to take effect. Yes, I'm quite sure it will stave off paralysis.
You saved my life. I'll do anything you ask if you'll also save the people of Medina.
All right. I think you mean that. Now, Agar must be isolated. And we must give the serum to all the people of Medina to protect them until we return from the Forbidden Moon.
Yes, of course. Agar must be isolated. I'll attend to him first and then organize the inoculation.
Good.
Bobby, come with me. I need your strength. Milo?
Where have you been?
In my room.
Don't lie to me. I've had you followed.
I don't need protection. I can take care of myself.
No doubt. Get rid of the boy. I want to talk to you.
Wait outside, Bobby. But don't go away.
I won't.
Too bad he won't be around after tomorrow.
Oh, yes, he will.
I've just signed the execution orders for the crew of the Orbit jet, including the boy. They'll be carried out at sunrise.
And the people of Medina are next. They're already condemned by you.
What are you talking about?
You're a menace, Agar. A menace of death. And I'm your first victim.
So that's your scheme. That's what you're plotting with your Earth friends in prison.
I wonder how you'll feel when the people around you start dying like flies until nobody's left except you. You'll be master of the universe, all right. All by yourself.
You're lying. It's one of your fiendish tricks to get me out of the way.
You've never been more right. You'll be out of the way. I'm having you isolated.
You're having me isolated. That's very funny. Who runs Medina anyway, you or me? I'm the ruler here.
Oh, no, you're not, Agar. You're through.
I'll throw you in prison with the rest of your friends where you belong. Landor! 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 Why isn't he here?
You're through, Agar. And everybody in Medina knows it.
It's Zeno, at military headquarters. And Landor with my staff officers. The traitor.
You're the traitor, Agar, not Landor. The people of Medina made me their spokesman. And your military officers here are ready to stand by me.
What is all this, Yara? What do they want?
You.
Well, do something. Talk to them. They'll listen to you.
All right, Agar. I'll talk to Zeno on one condition. You free the Earth people so they can help us get the cure from the Forbidden Moon.
Yes, all right. Anything you say.
What do you want, Zeno?
The people demand the truth about the rumor that Agar is the carrier of a deadly disease.
It's only a rumor.
Also, a number of people have fallen victim to a strange illness no one can explain. You're the only one who has recovered.
If these cases had been reported to me, they would have received the same care as I. I will issue serum to them immediately.
How do we know it'll work? The people want proof.
Tell them it worked on me. That should be proof enough. If not, You'll find me here, ready to face the consequences.
You heard what she said. We'll be here.
All right, Agar. I kept my end of the bargain. What about yours?
Of course. I'm to free the Earth people?
That's right.
I'm afraid I can't oblige, Yara.
But you promised.
You didn't think I'd be fool enough to keep that promise?
You're a monster. You'd let your people die for the sake of personal victory?
Not at all. I've changed my mind about the execution. We're going to the Forbidden Moon, all right, but you and your friends will be under guard. While we're there, I'll make good use of the professor's scientific knowledge. Besides getting the plant serum, I'll make him store up enough cosmic energy to give me the weapon to force the rest of the planets to their knees.
I'm sorry.
Don't feel bad, Yara. The important thing is not who's boss. To get us to the Forbidden Moon and find that radiation antidote, right?
All right, get up there.
You and your watchdogs. Orlan and Beryl. The only people on the entire planet of Medina who are still loyal to you. Agar, supreme ruler of the universe.
Inside.
How soon are we ready for blastoff?
When the equipment's loaded.
Including you and your playmates.
I hope you boys don't object to our company. You'll like us once you get to know us.
Oh, I must check my equipment as it comes aboard.
Permission granted. You'll find me very easy to deal with.
Then perhaps you'll agree that someone must supervise the loading. You see, my instruments are exceedingly delicate. Aren't they, Rocky?
The success of this trip depends upon the efficiency of our equipment.
That's right. Well, you go down and watch the loading. We'll go along and watch you. Easy with that crate.
The people should know that Agar is running out on them.
He knew he couldn't stop the epidemic.
And that serum story Yara told is nothing but a lie.
Oh, come on. We'll stop him if we have to blow up that ship.
Hold them off. They don't want us to leave. They'll destroy the ship. You're all right, Rocky. But don't let winning that fight throw you. You may have the muscles, but I have the brains. That's why I'm in command here. That's my boy. Just keep your mouth shut and follow orders, and you won't get...
time, same station, when we again take you into outer space for further adventures with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger.